Hey, everybody, I'm Hillary Atkin from the Atkin Report, and I am delighted to welcome the Dries, Katelyn and Derek from The Voice, to this
You
edition of
got it.
Hillary's Happy Hour. Katelyn and Derek, how are you guys doing?
So good. Just
Doing
hanging
really
here in the
good.
studio. Honored to be talking to you today.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds fun.
Happy to have you, and congratulations on your blind audition performance of Islands in the Stream, during which Blake turned first and then Gwen. But how did what happened differ from what you imagined might go down on that stage?
I mean, honestly, for me, I was hoping for that dynamic for the husband and wife to get, recognized by the other husband and wife. And it kind of did. So I was hoping for all four, obviously, but I feel like we got the best choice as far as, we were leaning towards Blake anyway. But Gwen, she made it hard to say no to for sure.
Yeah. I think in one of the interviews before, I kind of said to Derek, I was like, that would be so cool if like the husband and wife turned around for the husband and wife. And it's kind of been a fun thing. Like so many people have been talking about that. So it's been pretty cool.
Yep.
Derek, you mentioned that Gwen is the Dolly Parton of her genre, which she took as a huge compliment. So, talk to us about some of the other musical influences for both of you.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, I grew up on Stevie Ray Vaughan, Pearl Jam, um, Tim McGraw. It was kind of all over the place. Dave Matthews, Alanis Morissette, no doubt. Um, and like it was just odd how that just popped
Yeah.
in my head to say that. I didn't plan on saying that, but I think aesthetically it made me think of her and her outfits, and Gwen kind of has that vibe.
We're real big on honoring people. So
Yeah.
I just felt I love that he went that way because we did not talk about doing that. And so it was amazing how he just gave her a compliment like that. Cause honestly, it's true. She's such a queen in her own genre, and it's amazing. I love artists like Miranda Lambert. I love the way she writes songs. I love her voice. She has that edge to her.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Little Big Town is one of our favorite bands. It was showed in the episode where we got to open up for them once, and it'd be a dream of ours to go on tour with them one day.
Yeah.
Um,
Eric Church, I would say.
oh yeah, Eric Church. Yeah,
Jake Owen.
there's so many people that we love, and I think it's really cool because Derek grew up with blues and country. I grew up with country, listening, to that mainly, but what we do together, I feel like is a mix of all that. So it's
Yeah,
really cool.
for sure.
Well, I think you guys will be an inspiration to a lot of artists as well. And I also want you to tell me about your hit song "House on Fire."
Ooh, okay. That was a steamy one for us. It was we actually wrote it after an argument, and we had a co-writing session with two other people, and we we're honestly just kind of waking up, getting our coffee in the morning, not knowing what we're going to write about, because
Yeah.
we certainly weren't feeling it, if you know what I mean. But honestly, like there was just a moment. I think Katelyn said, in the writing room, we were just spitting out lyrics, and half of that's conversation anyway. So she said, "Well, babe, like why don't you just kiss me like you did when we didn't have shit?" And I was like, "What do you mean by that?" And she explained, and then the other guy interrupted and was like, "Oh my gosh, that has to be
a line
in the lyric,
song.
not because you cuss or because it's a novelty, but because it's real."
Yeah.
It's not like we cuss each other out all the time
Yeah.
when we have an argument, but there was something honest about that statement that just kind of hooked us into what the lyric actually meant, like house on fire, set this house on fire, and kind of find
Yep.
our desire again. And that is something that takes effort and to reset in a way. And after we argue, sometimes we just ask each other, "Hey babe, what you want for dinner?"
Yeah.
And just kind of waltz over things and talk about it later.
Well, speaking about a connection, I want to thank both of you so much for taking time out to be with me. So, Katelyn and Derek, I want to propose a toast to your continued success on The Voice.
Thank you so
Yes,
much.
thank you so much.
Appreciate you, Hillary.
Yes, we appreciate
Cheers.
you. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.